Every day, we are hit by a sheer wall of information. Endless updates, policy changes, and alerts flash across our screens and vanish. Take the Mona Study Circle Current Affairs Digest for June 13, 2026. This specific list of headers serves as a high-speed record of the internal and external forces currently at play. The items range from municipal food safety codes in India to the arrest of a global leader in East Asia. Viewed in isolation, they appear entirely disconnected, but categorizing these updates reveals a highly structured blueprint. Filtering out the noise allows us to see the underlying themes driving current events. Looking at this single day of updates identifies three distinct shifts currently changing the way governments and institutions operate. The first shift is an internal push to fortify India's digital and physical health infrastructure through specialized education and grassroots technology. At IIT Kanpur, this is taking the form of a new B-Cyber degree. The program notably bypasses the traditional JEE advanced exam for admission. Instead of relying on standard test scores, the university is recruiting based on prior cybersecurity experience and performance in campus hackathons. They are prioritizing practical hacking skills to build an army of skilled cyber warriors. This focus on specialized infrastructure continues at IIT Madras, where the Sudha Gopakrishnan Brain Center has released the Anchor project. This chart shows the Anchor Atlas, a detailed 3D reconstruction of the human brainstem. It maps over 200 nuclei from the fetal stage to adulthood, highlighting regions like the midbrain, pons, and medulla. As an open-source tool, global clinicians can now access this high-resolution data. While elite institutions map the brain, cities like Ahmedabad are digitizing daily life. The municipal corporation there has implemented a QR code system to monitor the hygiene and safety of street food vendors. In Uttar Pradesh, technology is reaching traditional industry. The state now officially recognizes fabric woven on solar-powered charkas, which use a mechanical bicycle wheel and chain drive, as khadi, linking local weavers to more efficient, eco-friendly tools. These updates show that national innovation is becoming a systemic effort, affecting both cybersecurity defense and the daily wages of local weavers. These domestic technological gains are now being exported and scaled through international strategic partnerships. In Nice, France, Prime Minister Modi and President Emmanuel Macron are convening the India Innovates 2026 summit to solidify tech cooperation between the two nations. Securing these international pacts requires India to place its most experienced diplomats in critical geopolitical zones. This explains the transfer of Senior Officer Rudra Gaurav Shrestha. After serving as India's ambassador to Iran, he has been appointed to the strategically vital post of ambassador to the Republic of Turkey. This shift is also visible in Dhaka, where the urban landscape of Bangladesh now requires a different style of diplomatic engagement. India has appointed veteran politician Dinesh Trivedi as High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Replacing a career diplomat with a high-level political figure is a rare move, intended to build direct relationships with the country's leadership. India is realigning its foreign policy, using a mix of tech summits and specific envoy placements to manage its borders and its international influence. Outside of India's direct sphere, the global landscape is experiencing a period of extreme institutional volatility. In Seoul, South Korea's former president Yoon Suk-yeol has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. The court found him guilty of abusing his executive power to declare martial law and covertly deploying military drones into North Korea to escalate tensions. This severe sentence for executive overreach serves as a massive warning signal regarding the consequences of abusing presidential authority. At the same time, we are seeing the end of long-standing eras in culture. New Zealand's Kane Williamson has retired from international cricket after 16 years and over 19,000 runs. And globally, International Albinism Awareness Day was observed to address genetic discrimination and protect the human rights of those living with the condition. This global environment is defined by the sudden removal of established leaders and the conclusion of long-standing careers. When we examine these three pillars together, we see how the events of a single day intersect. The preparation for digital warfare, the strategic diplomatic reshuffling, and the enforcement of executive accountability are the primary forces shaping the current year. The trajectory of the future is determined by how these domestic innovations collide with international instability. Analyzing these daily reports identifies the specific policy shifts and diplomatic maneuvers that will define the coming years.